How about you guys up here? Oh, geez. Oh, that's right. I don't want to be on the bridge by myself. I better put these guys back on watch. Look at this. Everybody else is zonked out now. So everybody else says, oh, man, that was a long day. Too much excitement on one watch there. So everybody's going to go grab some Z's. All right. Sounds good, fellas. You deserve it. Hey folks, it's Pat here. Welcome back. Excuse me. Leg number 2 of the USS Swordfish patrol. We're going to do this one as a recording here. So my DSL is not up to the task to do another live stream here tonight, so a recording we'll have to do. But that comes with an added bonus, and now that you get to see the full glory of this game, because last time I actually didn't have the settings all the way up, and now I can do that. So here we go. It's a couple hours after our last encounter with the Japanese. We were chasing a convoy down here, big convoy that was probably heading down here to Malaya to give the British a good time. And then we had a little destroyer parked on us. We just went deep and just cruised for a couple hours and popped on the surface and recharged batteries. And here we are, 4 o'clock on the morning of the 14th. And so we're heading back. Just got back into the green circle here that the Admiral wants us in, and so we're going to do our job and just cruise back and forth here over the course of the next day or so, or I guess the next 10 days here, and hope that we find something coming down from the north. Now, I've been testing this game with another boat a little bit later in the war, and I noticed the weather gets a little funky, and so does the timekeeping if you do too much time compression. I didn't know what was going on first, but the guys on the SubSim forum there, like always, had answers for these things. And so we're not going to put the time compression over about 512 or whatever that was that I just had it at, because it starts to get kind of wonky. And so we might cut the video here and there if it gets a little bit boring. But hopefully today won't be a boring day. You never know in this game. So it's dawn here. Here's the setup. We came from Manila the other day, all the way over here, found that convoy. Japanese are invading in Malaya, and I think they're invading, where else? I thought we got a message that they were invading something else. I don't know. Maybe it was Manila. We got... No, I can't remember. Now it's just, you got all these things in here. So, but anyway, I think it was Borneo, maybe. I can't remember. But anyway, there should be Japanese activity in here somewhere, and so we've been ordered to patrol this area here, which is right off Cam Ranh Bay, which is historically where the Japanese did launch a lot of the invasions down in what's now Indonesia down here. And so we will see if maybe we can catch a couple of those guys. But let's go topside here real quick. Take a look. Looks like the weather calmed down a little bit. Still got a little bit of chop. Oh, the wind's closed. Wind's died down pretty good. That's good. We want a little bit of wind just because it makes us harder to spot. But we're going to do as we're told and take the boat down. So here we go. So at least during the day.
Ahead slow.
So I'll head 2/3 periscope depth. Here we go. Show you guys some cinematics here on the full settings on this game, which is just absolutely wonderful. Here we go. Looks like it's a beautiful day, boys. Unfortunately, we're going to enjoy it from 60 feet. Clear the bridge, guys. Oh, man, leaving Old Glory out there again. That's okay. So, we'll just have to see how it goes. Okay, don't clear the bridge. So, alright, fellas. Whatever. Here, let me help you out. So I noticed that we have this crew watch quarters here. I think these guys do this automatically when you submerge the boat. So, but just in case they don't, we'll go ahead and stuff them in there. Just another little detail in this game here. I keep finding little details in this this mod that just absolutely blow my mind. They are absolutely fantastic. So, but like I said, we're not going to do too much time. Oh, let's put the scope up just in case we spot something today. Not going to go much. We're not going to go any higher than 512 on our time compression here, so this might take a little while here, but that's okay. Better that than jacking up the internal clock in this game, which I noticed in one of the other. I was kind of goofing around in another boat, and after a couple of weeks, it was like getting dark at like 9 o'clock at night, and light at like 9 o'clock in the morning. I was like, not this close to the equator. And so the guys on the subsim forum there had a little bit of guidance for me on that one, and that was to keep the time compression down. So we'll give it a try, see how it works. So, and like I said, we'll just do kind of this zigzaggy pattern here, kind of sticking to the deeper water, and not worrying too much about exact form and things like that. Just see what we can run into over the course of the next the next day or so. Oh, look at that! That would be a contact. Warship, medium speed. Oh, never mind. Let me delete these things off here. Single warship might be a wee little destroyer or something they've sent out to come find us, but we will check anyway. It looks like he's moving that way. Let's get a fix on this guy. Times that one. Yep. Click. Give me 3 minutes. 2 warships. Uno. Dos. Looks like 3 warships. Trace. 3 warships is a pretty beefy patrol. That was this guy right here. Whatever it is, it's moving fast. 4th one. It's a little small to be a task force, but might be a really large patrol or a really small task force. Let's see if we can get a fix on his course here. 152. 152. Might be way out of our range here. How fast is he going? 15 knots? Maybe 16? Let's remeasure that. Oh, not the mark. That's okay. I put that thing at the mark. It'll be alright. 4 of them. 15.5 knots. That's pretty good. He's pretty far though. Go ahead and do this. Let's pour on some gas, boys. How much battery? We got lots of battery left. It's pretty early. What's his bearing? 330? Let's take a look. Nothing. Sun's setting though. Yeah, I got nothing. How far are we from his track? 8 nautical miles, 8.5 nautical miles. It's pretty far. Might be a task group. They might be a little further out than I'm thinking they are too. Tempting. Well, at least let's go take a look at what it is. What time is it? Yeah, we're not going to catch him under periscope depth. What the hell? Let's chase him a little bit, see what we can see. So, service the boat, all head full. Here we go. Down scope. It's late enough in the evening. I'm willing to risk an hour and a half of dusk to see if we can get a at least a contact report off on these guys. Might be a convoy. I don't know. Let's go take a listen. Where are they? Warship? It says warships. Can't pick out a merchantman out of there. So yeah, either a large patrol or a small task group. Either way, we're definitely going to go take a look and see. Come on, bring the boat up. Surface.
Yes, sir.
I thought I hit that. Oops. There we go. Oops, she rises. Yeah, I got a little bit. Fairly calm seas. Looks like a little bit of fog on the horizon there. Not terrible for an attack. And the sun is to our back, so we should be able to see him before he sees us. Let me go back in here and take a look. Let's go ahead and run this a few minutes here. Let's see if we can get a fix on these guys. So we might want to open this up because he was doing about, I think, 15 knots. Let's take this a little bit further here. And what was that, 152? I think. Yeah, 152. Oh man, he's probably going fast. Oh, there's a ship. Maintain. Let's go see what we got. It's like a little destroyer. Oh man, his course is not. We are off on his course. Let's get another fix. How far is he? Looks like an escort. 7 nautical miles. He can't see us yet. That's a cruiser right there. Let's get a fix on him. One. Two. Oh, there's another cruiser. And a destroyer. 3. How far are they? 6 nautical miles. Alright, we got a couple minutes to set this up here. Let's get a new course. Looks like, yeah, I had his course. Looks like 176. Said 176. We might have a good shot here. GQ, battle stations.
General quarters, all hands man your battle stations, all hands man your battle stations.
Might be a little bit off there. He might be turning. Oh no, I'm off my mark there.
New message received.
New message received. Don't care at the moment. This is particularly important. There we go. That looks better. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So I get it. Manila attack. Hang on. Busy. How fast are we going? Here. Ooh, faster than I thought. 16 and a half. Alright, let's take a look at these guys. Oh, wait a minute. We want to make sure we don't get too close here. 5 nautical miles. Yeah. We are 7,200 yards. Actually, we're going to be in really good attack position. We got a little bit of time here. Alright, let's take a look at what we got. 255. Let's head on up. 255. Wrong way. Oh yeah, look at that. We got a little light cruiser right there. So, 3 pipes. So I don't think there's a Japanese heavy cruiser that has 3 pipes on it. That one looks like a heavy cruiser. Or maybe a newer light cruiser. And then there's another one back here. This one's definitely a heavy cruiser. Yeah, either a Mogami or maybe Maya. So they're pretty distinctive. They're real squat ships. Alright. So it looks like he's got 1 destroyer on this flank covering the port side, and then I think there was another one on the other side, wasn't there? Hang on. Yeah, there's another one on the other side. So it looks like 3 cruisers steaming in line and then 2 destroyers. Let's set ourselves up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a constant bearing or constant angle attack. And I'll get this a little bit more precise here in a minute. Just want to make sure that we run. See, that's 6,600 yards. At this point here will be 4,500. Shoot for about 3,000 yards. So let's run for that point. There.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll coast in, and so we'll close that distance. We have Mark 14 torpedoes, which have a high-speed range of 4,500 yards, but about 3,000 yards is the longest shot you want to take. If we set ourselves up in attack position before we take that shot, we'll be in good shape. Alright, so hang on here. This is what we're going to do. We are going to set up a perpendicular attack here. It goes like... Oops, wrong tool. Dumbass. Sorry, I'm getting nervous here, man. You always get a little bit amped up before an attack. So 90 degrees will be like that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take this down to here, and then we're going to make this turn right along this 90-degree track like that. And so that'll set us up perpendicular to him. We just got to make sure we don't get spotted. And so that'll be at 3,000. And so right now we are at... Okay, we're well out of range to get spotted. So we probably get spotted maybe about 8,000 yards. So we got a little bit of time here. Let's go ahead and speed this up just a wee bit. And then what we'll do is we'll dive the boat as soon as they get that close. And then we'll make it nice and quiet. Alright, that's pretty good. So we only got about a minute runtime left on that, 8,000 yards. Let's go ahead and make our dive. Let's go take a look at them one last time here. So they're about 250. Oh, no, not this one. This one, 250. Yeah, looking good. See how the sun kind of lights them up? So, makes us very hard to see. So, because... oh, yeah, we might get profiled here, so let's go ahead and do the things. Take her down. Go ahead, standard.
Go ahead, standard.
Yes, sir.
Dive.
Periscope down.
One plane's dive, 15 degrees. Plane's dive, 15 degrees.
Alright, so constant bearing attack. If they maintain this line here, the way this works is what we will do is we will set up an attack that'll look something like this. Oops, I keep grabbing the wrong one. I need my protractor. Damn it, XO, give me the right tool. So it'll look kind of like this. All right. And here, just to kind of illustrate what we're doing, here's a destroyer coming here. We want to stay out of his kind of like range. Although if they're banging away at 17 knots, they're going to have a hell of a time hearing us. But anyway, this is how a constant bearing attack works. We will line up on this course right here. He will continue to travel along this course here. All right. And we'll set up our scope so it's pointing this way. And then when one of our targets crosses the scope crosshairs, we shoot. And the torpedoes travel along this, he travels along that, and the two shall meet. Hopefully. Right there. Okay. Now the cool thing, the reason why it's called a constant bearing attack is because we eliminate range as one of our variables in this. So take a look at this destroyer right here. Notice that this angle is the same as this angle. These are both right angles, and this one's a constant 15-degree angle. And so the length doesn't matter as long as your torpedo doesn't run out of gas. All right. Now it gets harder to hit the further away you are. Okay. But in a long-range attack like this is my go-to method. And so about 2,700 yards, that's pretty lengthy if we can make it to this point right here. All right, which we should start making our turn here pretty soon. So, yeah, let's do this to make this a little bit more gentle of a turn.
Returning to course, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, maybe more like that. So we'll be in position in about a minute, and then we'll just coast it nice and slow.
Returning to course, sir.
In there, we'll quiet everybody down, quiet the engines down, and get our attack set up. So let's put up our night scope here and go take a look. We are at periscope depth. Let's see if we can ID these guys. Real quick. So what we got? Where are you guys? Oh. Oh, there they are. Okay. So this first guy here's got 3 stacks. Yeah, he's definitely a light cruiser. Let's see. Yeah, he's too big to be a destroyer. I think the Japanese have a couple old school destroyers that have multiple stacks on them. 2 guns up front. Looks like he's just got 1, but he's got 3 pipes on him, and a catapult right there, and a big old man. He might be one of these. No, not 4 pipes. Kuma class, 20 feet. Let's see this guy right here. That guy, he looks a little bigger. He might be not a carrier. He might be a Furutaka. Oh no, he's got 2 pipes. 1, 2. Yeah, I bet you that's what that is. Furutaka. Yep, plane on the back. Yep, okay. And then this guy over here, this one's definitely a heavy cruiser, but that one's a heavy cruiser too. 16, 7,100 tons. What else we got? No, not a Mogami. No, not any of those. Where are those other ones? The order in this book doesn't make much sense to me. Agano? No. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. Tona. No, that's not Tona. Takao. Maybe. This one's got 3 turrets up front. I think this guy's just got 2. Maya, yep. Maya, 9,800 tons. That's our target. So this destroyer here, this guy here is about a beam of the second cruiser. So we'll wait for him to pass, and then we'll shoot at this guy. And so we'll take him by a little bit of surprise towards the end there. Hopefully. At least it'll make it a little harder. Let's go ahead and peel off some speed here. And check our position again. Down scope. Get this freaking book off here. There we go. Ooh, all right. See, we're on our track now, so we can take it nice and slow.
Yes, sir.
We won't go very fast.
Head 1/3.
We'll get a little bit closer, but 2,700 yards. It'll probably be down to about 25 by the time they get within range up here. Yeah, this is good. This is real good. And so let's set up our attack. You can do that with the scope down. So, but let me show you all these. These things here are the TDC. I can't remember if I showed you some of this in the last video. All right. I think I did. So, but we set up 3 inputs here, and that's angle of the bow, which is basically how you estimate his course, and then the target speed, and then the range. All right. The first thing that we do is we set up all our torpedoes, and so we open our doors because I'm very good at forgetting to do that. And then we set up our torpedoes over here. So we're going to shoot at the Maya. What was her depth? Her draft, 19 feet. So we set the draft of our torpedoes first, how deep they're going to run. And so let's do 19 feet. Let's do about 16 feet, 17 feet on each one of these and set them to high speed. So 17 feet, high speed, 17, and high speed 17. Yes, yes. All right, they're all good. So our torpedo settings are good. Now let's do the targeting piece. So here's how this works. We point the scope at 0 right here. Then if we go back to our map, right now our scope is pointing directly down our heading, which is this line right here. Okay, but if we go back to that, and if we offset our scope by 15 degrees, so we take it down to bearing 345, and then set this, so because if we were shooting at him and he wasn't moving, if we wanted to track down that, it would be a 90-degree angle on the bow, which would be exactly perpendicular. But since we do a 15-degree offset, we're going to take this down to 75, right about there. And then click, click. Okay, notice these arrows change. The next thing we're going to input is the speed, which was 17. Looks like it's dust now, 17. Click, click. Notice these change a little bit more. And the last one, range, normally you'd have to use this button right here, the statometer, in order to estimate the range. All right, I am terrible at that. So this attack, I don't have to do that. I just set the range to max, as far as it will go. And click, click, and we get the solution right here. That looks very similar to this right here. Okay? Now we wait. And we be quiet. Oh, speaking of being quiet, silent running. Everybody shut the hell up.
Break for silent running.
Stop wrenching on things. Well, why am I not getting my light here? That light should be on.
Yes, sir. Break for silent running.
Well, I hope we're doing the things. It says we're doing the things. So we'll wait to make sure. Oh no, stop that. Stop that. What's going on with my buttons here, man? Is there a reason why I can't be silent right now? Everybody's in the spots. Everybody's good. Okay. I don't know what's going on with that. We need this though.
Break for silent running. Break for silent running.
Okay. I guess you guys don't want to be quiet right now. It says that we're on silent running, but usually this light comes on right here. I hope that's not a glitch. This would be a really inopportune time for a glitch. So right now, oh well, we'll just leave it. Go back to our crew management screen. Turn all these things off. I don't want that on. I don't want that on. Off. Take it off. Do what I tell you. Oh man, I hope the game's not glitching out right now. So, anyway, let's go back up and take a look here. See if he's getting closer. We're going to be cool with the scope here, so we're not going to put it up too much, although it is getting pretty dark out. So there they are. Here they come. So there's the first cruiser right there. Destroyer, other cruiser. Set this back to 345. Go check our map real quick, make sure they haven't changed their course. They have not. So down scope. Yep, at least you're doing the things there, man, even though you're not doing the things over here I tell you to do. Let's try this one more time.
Rig for silent running.
Okay, yeah, maybe something's just glitched out at the moment. I have no idea. So I sure as heck hope so, because if we catch depth charges, we're definitely going to want that on. Which we probably... Oh, speaking of that, what's our escape plan? Our escape plan is to maintain course and go deep. And so we're close enough now where if we hit, we'll hit that cruiser. There'll be a lot of chaos. The one destroyer will already be past us, so they'll have to spin around to make a run on. The other one will spin around and come at us too, and so we'll just keep going the way that we're going. Or maybe we'll turn up this way. Let's just see what happens first. This was 16 and a half knots. I don't think I can do half a knot, so we'll overestimate rather than underestimate here. Alright, now I'm not speeding up time right now because this destroyer is coming down this line here. We're just off by a skosh. On this one, they're over on this side. They're just a little bit further, but again, with an attack like this, range doesn't matter as long as the angle is good. As long as the angle is good. And so we're going to wait for this destroyer to come down and pass us here. And as soon as this guy gets about here, because this is that third cruiser in the line there, we'll pop the scope, we'll do some shooting, we'll take her deep, and we'll make like a hole in the water. So, at least that's the theory. So, and then we got to play it cool, because we'll probably catch some hell. So, I'm not too scared of destroyers in this game. At least not the base game. The guy who was parked on me last night, that was kind of a new thing. Depth charges are pretty damn lethal if they know where you are. So otherwise they're really annoying, and we'll have to do some we might have to do some running to get out of here. We'll see. So here we go. Yeah, shh, everybody quiet, boys. Even though you're not showing up as quiet. It says we're rigged for silent running. I don't know. But our damage control team is on too. I don't know. Go ahead and put these guys on there too, just in case we need it. Here we go. Everybody's ready, Freddy. Yeah, we got auto reload off. That's the noisy thing that we got to be careful with. Still haven't gotten pinged yet. That's good. But again, if they're cruising around 16 and a half, 17 knots, it's going to be really hard for him to hear us when we're making really slow. So all ahead 1/3. Our revolutions are probably less than 100. Yeah, they're about 50. So we're making about 50 turns a minute. That's good. Oh my goodness, Sailor, what happened to your face, son? You just come from the engine room, eh? So, all right, man. So, you still got your night mask on. All right, man. Well, you know, skincare is healthcare, is self-care. Ooh, nervous. Getting nervous. Getting nervous here. All right, so here's the first cruiser. That's the far destroyer. Here's the second cruiser. Here's our target up here. And here's that destroyer. We want to wait for him to pass. It'll only be like another minute here, so he'll pass, and we will make quiet. Make like a hole in the water. Just a big, old, harmless steel whale. Nothing to see here, boys. Nothing to see here. Man, the tension in this game is just as bad as all the other submarine games I've played. So, just as bad. You know, almost a little bit worse because I respect this game a little bit more than some of the others that I've played. So he's getting about there. We're just going to give it about another 30 seconds here. We're going to pop the scope and we're going to do some shooting. So stop the whistling, son. Someone in the background is whistling. That sailor is going to be keel-hauled. Up scope. Alright, here we go. Gotta get ready to shoot. Okay, there's the second cruiser. Ooh, I thought we missed him for a sec. Here's our target right here. So there goes that destroyer. Okay, so we'll shoot one when his first turret crosses, when his funnels cross, and then when his last turret cross, and then the last torpedo we will set to a little bit offset. Alright, so let's just double enter all our stuff here. Where's my position keeper? Check, check on this one. Check, check. We're still good on this. Check, check. And speed, 17. Check, check. Alright, well, maybe let me do 16 and a half. Check, check. I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Whatever. Here we go. Oh, look at this big boy. It does have 3 turrets, so that's not the Maya. That's that other one. I think Takao. Here we go. There'll be about 2-second difference between each of these, maybe 3. Shoot one. Shoot 2. Shoot 3. Offset. 1 degree right. 2 degrees right. Ah, shoot 4. Down scope. Down scope. Take a deep, boys. We'll hit standard. That destroyer's in front of us, so he won't be able to hear us. So we will pour on some gas here and get some distance between us and the target. All right, folks, money shot time. Let's see.
2, 3, 5.
See if we get some hits here. Where are my torpedoes?
2, 3, 5.
Where are they? Oh man, it's hard to see. It's dark. I guess that's a good thing. I can't see my torpedoes. Can't see them. Just gonna have to wait for the booms, if we get any. Can't see the tracks. I've lost the tracks.
Current depth 100.
Gotta wait for the whoop whoop. If they spot the tracks. Whoop whoop. They spot the tracks wherever they are. Oh shit, I think we missed.
Current depth 120.
Oh, there's a hit. That's one. Yes, come on. Yes! We nailed her. Right in the middle. Right in the middle. Give me another one. So that last one's probably about 3 seconds off. Oh, there goes her flare. Shot up the flare there. Oh, we got all 4 hits. Check that out. Yes! Oh, the horror! Look at the fires! Look at the smoke! Look at the destruction! Oh, that feels good. Alright. He's already got lifeboats in the water. She's going down. She's going down hard. She's going down hard and fast. Look at that. Look at that. Boys, you better abandon ship as fast as possible, because you're not going to have a home here in about 30 seconds. Look at all the holes we put in this ship. Look at them all. It's crazy. Oh, we got star shells. Destroyers are looking for us already. Just look at this thing. We have wrecked a heavy cruiser here. Absolutely wrecked her. Alright, let's take this down. 1/3. We got to get quiet now.
Ahead 1/3.
hope this button is working.
Yes, sir. Rig for silent running.
Yeah.
Current depth 180.
They're whispering, so I think it's working. So, here you go. Scratch 1, Japanese heavy cruiser. A whole bunch of the Japanese heavy cruisers over the course of the war. They not only were they workhorse of the Japanese fleet, they excellent ships, but a lot of them succumbed to submarines over the course of the war. A lot of them. There she goes. Yeah, her boilers are blowing. It's cold Pacific water. Filling her boiler. Here they go. And she's just done. The screech of metal. And that is one cruiser that Abdicom will not have to worry about. And so we got burning fuel oil on the surface here, and down she goes, takes her death plunge. And leaving nothing but flotsam, some fuel oil, and a few hardy survivors from her veteran crew over here who look a little bit put out.
Current depth 200.
Understandably so. Got a few guys on a lifeboat over here too. Well, hope the rest of the fleet is nice enough to pick you boys up. I hope so. Let's go check our situation here. Here we are. Oh, no destroyer over here. There's a destroyer over there. So, but like I said, we're going to play it cool. Now, we'll just run along our track here. Or actually, maybe we'll let's change it just a skosh here. Get all this crap off the screen, so we can see what we're doing. We're just going to go this way now.
Yes, sir.
And go this way
Into course, sir. Yes, sir.
and make like a hole in the water.
Into course, sir. Yes, sir.
And so, this is probably the destroyer. This might be the other one. These are probably the crew, or these are maybe the cruisers, and that's the destroyer that was on the port flank there. So I'll see if he spins around here. But notice what they're doing up here is, oh, you can't see it right now. I guess they burned out. One of those guys fired a star shell over there. All right. Now, if we were on the surface, that'd have been a problem. We're not on the surface. we are a whole bunch of very, very quiet submarine right here. That orange thing, that's us. So, this is kind of the cheater cam. I don't use it too much. So, but just so you can kind of see what's going on. Here's the two cruisers over there. Oh, that's a cruiser, that's a cruiser. There's one of the destroyers, and there's one of the destroyers. And usually one of them just, like, comes right for you whenever you do this. But these guys, it might be writing that ship off as a loss. Nah, he's turning. Yeah, this guy's coming. Right? Maybe not. I don't know. Okay. You're gonna let me get away with murder. I'm alright with that. Okay. So, I did not expect that. So, but maybe let's speed it up a little bit, see if any of them come poking over here. They must have a hell of a mission to just completely ignore that. That's crazy. That is absolutely nuts. Well, they're still kind of spooking around out there. But, okay. Huh. All right. Well, don't look a gift horse in the mouth, baby. So, neither will we. All right.
Current depth 220.
We didn't get a single depth charge out of that. That's awesome. Yeah, we might as well not worry about this. You know, right here. So, whatever. Okay. Wow, that guy last night wouldn't have let us get away with that. Weird. I'm still a little skeptical. So let's run here for a bit. See, there's a searchlight out there, or that might just be a star. Yeah, those are just stars. Folks, I think we just got away with murder, and nobody cared. Either that or those guys really have somewhere important to be. I don't know. So, did they leave the survivors out here? I have no idea. I have no idea where the ship actually sank. Anyway, let's go back. Boys, I guess we can secure from battle stations. So,
Secure from battle stations.
and then this is still... I don't know what's going on with that. So, maybe it is on, maybe it's not. I don't know. But we're not going to take any chances. Let's go down to the map. Oh, you're a different guy. Sorry. I was about to say, what happened to your buddy with the facial mask? So, that's okay. Let's check out the map here. So, yeah, we still got the sonar contacts. So we're not going to get too gutsy here. Let's put some distance between us and them. Let's go for about, let's say 2 hours. And then we'll do another hour at periscope depth. And then we'll surface the boat and head this way. And resume our pattern.
Returning to course, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
clock. And we'll just watch these here real carefully to make sure that nobody decides to come back. Which they might. You never know. See how these are opening up? That means they're getting further away. So maybe not. Yep. Just leaving. Everybody's leaving. Wow, couldn't have asked for a better attack. Couldn't have asked for a better response on this one. That is lucky. So we'll take it. Maybe the Swordfish is blessed, or maybe the submarine gods are repaying us for our blown attack last night. Who knows? But we here bagged ourselves a heavy cruiser, a Takao. Yep, so 3 turrets in the front, 15,000 tons. That's 5,000 tons more than the other one. That's awesome. So yeah, we bagged it on the 14th. So a week after Pearl Harbor, we managed to sink a Japanese heavy cruiser, and didn't even have to apologize for it. Let alone do anything else. So, all right. Well, that sounds good. Let's make our 30-minute mark. We'll go head up and pop the scope, and then we will get back to business here with recharging our batteries, which batteries are fine. So batteries are fine. You know why that is because we were running really fast on the surface there to catch these guys. So we could stay down for a couple hours if we really wanted to. But I'll wait till we get up to this mark here, and then we'll go periscope depth, and then run up there with the scope up for an hour. Here we go, periscope depth. Pop the scope. And then we'll run at periscope depth until we hit that flag. In about 20 minutes, we'll go take a peek. See if there's any star shells on the horizon or searchlights or anything. And if not, we will give the boys some fresh air. So, just a few more minutes here. But that was an extremely successful attack. We didn't get any duds, okay? So which, you know, I mean, for as much crap as the Mark 14 torpedo gets for getting duds, you know, I haven't had too much of a problem with it in this game. It does happen from time to time. I noticed that it does if you use the contact exploder, although historically it was the magnetic exploder that was a problem. But on a 90-degree attack, it's usually the contact exploder that causes a problem. Get all this stuff off here. We don't need all the buttons and the knobs and things. And look at this. It's a beautiful black night out there. Absolutely gorgeous. We might have a little moon or a sliver of moon, but I don't see any star shells. I don't see any searchlights. All right, I'm satisfied. Search the boat. All head standard.
Give me some rise on the planes. Low main balance.
And here we go. Anything interesting on there? Is there a dead Japanese cruiser on there? I bet there is. How about up here, boys? How you doing? How you feeling about that kill, fellers? So don't get too excited now. We just sank a Japanese heavy cruiser. You're all heroes. Did you hear me? You're heroes. How about you guys up here? Oh, geez. Oh, that's right. I don't want to be on the bridge by myself. I better put these guys back on watch. Look at this. Everybody else is zonked out now. So everybody else says, oh, man, that was a long day. Too much excitement on one watch there. So everybody's going to go grab some Z's. All right. Sounds good, fellas. You deserve it. So let's go up top. Take a look at this gorgeous night that we have here. So you can see every star in the universe, but no moon at all. Calm seas with just enough wind to jack up somebody's sonar. Couldn't ask for a better leg of the patrol, folks. So let's go ahead and pull the pin there. We'll save it up here, and then we'll catch you all next time for another, hopefully another productive night with the USS Swordfish on our first war patrol. So thanks for being here. Thanks for all your support. And again, I like making these, and if you want to see more of them, just let me know. All right. But in the meantime, have a good night. Stay safe out there, and we'll catch you all next time. Take care now. Bye.